Hey friends, Jess here. Welcome back. Just here with a general reading. Not even sure what kind yet. Figured we'll do that part together. Okay. Gonna use honestly probably a few decks, but we're gonna start with the Millennial Tarot. Which the back avocados, really cute. My only complaint about this deck is that it is very big. I have small hands, so I have to like split it in two to shuffle it. But it is a really great deck. The artistry is really cool. It's got a fun spin. I did do like some cleansing and shuffling already, but do a little more. Let's see what's going on. Alright, first we have Eight of Fields, which is the Eight of Cups. It says inner work. And the Star, Soul Cyclist. So, it's interesting. The Star came out. I did another reading just a little while ago, which is over on Instagram. Or it might also be uploaded here on YouTube. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, the Star came out in the other reading also, so that reading might be relevant for you as well. You might want to check that out. Hang on, I feel like... Alright, this really feels like... we got also, sorry, hang on, Queen of Swag, which is Queen of Pentacles in this deck, so this go around the world. It's giving Stella gets your groove back, kind of like where it needs to. So starting with the Eight of Cups. Now that is a card which also came out. Jesus, that also came out in the earlier. That also came out in the earlier reading. So maybe somebody's watching both of these. Maybe you're watching both. Maybe you watch that one, now you're watching this one, or maybe that is also relevant for you. Will be interesting to see how much these overlap. So Eight of Cups is about leaving what is no longer aligned for us and choosing to move in a new direction, following our intuition, following what feels aligned for us. And it's the way that it is depicted in the kind of traditional imagery, I don't need to go get it, it's fine, is a figure walking like into the mountains, following a full moon and leaving behind like these 8 cups behind them. And the 8 cups have, you know, all of the things that are no longer aligned with their life. They're like moving on to this new journey. So having that and the Star being the moment that things take a turn for the better, right? The Star is the moment after the Tower. It is when we first find that moment of hope, of optimism. It's that opportunity to take a deep breath, to lower our guard a little bit, to finally be able to, like, again, feel hopeful. And the Queen of Swag, Queen of Pentacles, really just encouraging you to kind of find your inner I'm a badass energy. It's like you're doing this inner work, the parts of you that you're leaving behind, like what you're leaving behind. That's interesting. So that's the parts of you that you're leaving behind. So that's also really relevant and important because we're in the closing of a big cycle. We're in the middle of eclipse season, and there are big changes afoot for all of us. So there will be pieces of yourself, of your life that you're leaving behind, and also, you know, intentionally you'll want to, right? You might want to be leaving behind like self-limiting beliefs, or maybe jobs that are no longer aligned, relationships that are no longer aligned. Because it looks like you're calling in new love. You have 2 of Cups right here, so new love coming in on the other side of you. And this is not, this does not have to be, this is not gender specific. So if you're masculine, that does not mean that this reading, isn't for you necessarily. You'll have to see if it resonates fully throughout, but just because we're talking about embodying this queen energy, it isn't specific to feminines. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there is this so you're calling in new love, you're really wanting to find this divine counterpart kind of energy, right? And as you will deserve, and as you should have, but they're you're so focused over here and you're not recognizing that you need to be focused over here on the inner work, on finding your spark again, on finding your hope again, on getting your fucking groove back, whatever that is to you, finding your confidence again, finding your creativity again. I heard finding your friends again, finding some fun again. It's finding your own life, and that finding joy and fun and purpose. And they're saying confidence. There's this feeling of not even realizing how far I have slipped from who I am, or who I felt I am, or from feeling good in who I am. It's kind of already understanding that you're in a cycle, that things are changing, and you are embracing that change, which is great. But coming through such a period, they're just showing me coming through such a period of things being hard, and so there's just this sorry, there's a hair here somewhere. They're just showing me there's this bracing, or we're uptight all the time, we're just bracing for impact, or just so worried about what's going to happen. This also came through in the earlier reading, where it was I just felt all uptight for a minute. Did a shaking it out. I definitely feel there's somebody watching both of these, which great. This is extra confirmation for you, friend. The irony here is that the relationship you're looking for is actually right here. It's really the very next thing. And I will say, and this is, so everything that comes through in a reading is relevant, just as a disclaimer, if that's, if you're newer to seeing this kind of stuff. So I've done quite a few readings. I've had quite a few clients. I mean, several hundred at this point. And I will say that there are some, that's not the right word. There are some instances that come up consistently, or semi-consistently. When these things pop up, they tend to pop up in this similar way, which is, client seeking love, seeking romantic relationship, asking, when is that coming? Where can I find that? How can I call that in? And absolutely, that is part of what spiritual guidance is for, is, for aligning with your desires and calling in a healthy, loving, fun relationship. Everybody who desires that, should hopefully have that. Or where are you going with that, Spirit? Yeah. So thank you. They get so focused on, where can I get that? When can I get that? Where are they? When are they coming? And a lot of times they'll miss the initial guidance, which is that you know, because sometimes the guidance from spirit is like they're right there, like literally like this, like they're right there, they're right around the corner, they're like practically knocking on your door, but it's not a the timeline. It's not a physical timeline. It's not like well, they're around the corner in 2 weeks. You know, it could be 2 days, could be 2 years. It's they're around the corner from you making these changes, from you making these upgrades. They're like, it's, you have to raise your own vibration to be able to attract in the partnership that you seek. You have to be, I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's like you have to be the love you want to give. But it is like you have to learn to treat yourself the way you want to be treated in a partnership, so that's the kind of partnership that you call in for yourself. So it's like radio frequencies, or okay, sure, I'm still going to say the first one. Radio frequencies are a really great analogy for explaining the law of attraction. Everything has a frequency. Think of radio channels, right? But you have to be tuned in to that frequency to hear what they're broadcasting on that channel. You cannot tune to 95.7 and hear what is being played on 101.1. It just doesn't work like that. And it's the same with our energy and everything that we call into our lives. So if you are trying to call in this kind of a relationship, you have to be in a place of similar energy. You have to be in a similar place of like feeling loved and loving and feeling hopeful and feeling full and finding ways to feel connected. You know, it's about you feeling good. They're being very, Spirit says they want to like lovingly shake you. They're like, it's about you. It's about you, not about them. I feel like there's a movie reference in there somewhere. It's not coming to mind. All right, hang on. Let's see what else. Oh, the other. You really want me to say that? All right. The other reference that they want me to give, or example, besides. I'm just gonna leave that one down until you're done. Besides the radio is what's it about the Panama Canal? How when boats are coming through, ships are coming through the Panama Canal, they come through these series of locks. If you are not familiar with how that works, the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean are different altitudes, or I don't know if we're going to give me grace on figuring out exactly the right words. We're just going to move on. Anyways, they're different like levels, different sea levels. And so the ships have to go through a series of what are called locks, where they like steer the ship into this area. And it's got like gates, for lack of a better word, on either side. And then they flood it so that it raises the boat up to the next level at the next one. So it's like, you know, they're like here, the boat comes in, they like raise it up to here, and they just keep doing that all the way across the canal until it's, you know, at sea level on the other side. So I was like, I don't think this is going to be a good example. And Spirit's like, no, we want you to. So it's their own fault if y'all don't get this. Their point being, like, you have to raise your own, right? Where's the inner work? You have to raise your own levels to be on the same level as this partnership that you are calling in, that you want, that you are aligned with. Okay, what else we got? They got fucking jokes. Y'all saw. I said, I'm just gonna even leave that face down while we finish this. Queen of Thoughts, Queen of Swords. It says independent woman. Yeah, this is. I love this. Also, like both, I enjoy both of the Beyonce references there too. Okay, so you have Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords is all about. She doesn't fucking play, okay? She's not run by her emotions. She's very logical. The phrase that always comes to mind when I see Queen of Swords is like, boundaries, Queen. Yes, because that's what she is about. It's about feeling clear, because swords is the, excuse me, thoughts in this deck is swords in a traditional deck. And the suit of swords is all about like our mental landscape. So it's like our mental clarity, the way we communicate, the way that we receive information, our self-talk, that kind of stuff. So, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, inner work. You're getting a real message here. So I think that's really interesting that, right, the first few cards we're talking about like, hey, this is coming in, but you really need to like work on yourself, work on you feeling good, work on you feeling grounded and stable, right? Swag, Pentacles is the element. Each of the minor arcana, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Don't worry about all the big words I use. Each of the suits has an element associated with it. There's 4 of them. Pentacles, which we've talked about already, is the suit of earth. It's sometimes called coins, in this deck called swag. We have feels, cups, which is all about our emotions and relationships, our connection to ourself, intuition, and source. That is the element of water. And then swords, or thoughts in this deck, is the element of air. And like I said, it's all about kind of like our mental our mental landscape. Find a better word for that than landscape. It's like what's going on in your head, how you're feeling, how clear you are or not. So yeah, they really want you to focus on you feeling good, on you feeling like strong and stable and clear in who you are and what it is that you want. Because they're like, you're actually not that clear in what you want as you say you are. Yeah. 9 of Swords. There's a lot of thinking, but it's not clear thinking. It's not, there's like, the time you're spending ruminating or thinking, it's not about like calling in better thoughts that are working for you. Instead, it's like being stuck on the things that you're feeling anxious about. They're like you. Hold please. Okay, it's like you want to move forward. Spirit wants to acknowledge that, and they also want to acknowledge that you are working on yourself. That you're not like avoiding the work. And that they're like, you're gonna feel like I've done a fuckload of work, and you have, especially looking back, 6 months, a year, 5 years. It's really significant. They said they just feel like you just need like a little. It's like you're so close, and you just need that last kind of little push. So they're like, sorry if this is coming across harsh, because it's really not intended to be. It's really like, man, the you that feels good about you and that calls in the relationships that you want, you really are like right on the cusp of it. And they're like, don't give up. You gotta fight through. You have to fight through this. The anxiety, the overwhelmment, feeling like things have gotten away from you and you don't know how to get caught up on them. It's like there's a lot of. They're saying it's actually not even as much as you think it is. It's just there's like a few things that feel huge. And because they feel so big, it's like you can't even grasp where to start dealing with that. And so it's hanging over your head, making you feel anxious. But, it's only the 9, it's not the 10, so it's not even like being resolved yet. This could be relevant for you. Again, everything that comes up is relevant, so they're just asking me to share, like, I am neurodiverse, I'm autistic, and have ADHD, and I don't know, some other, it's a whole alphabet soup in there. It's CPTSD too and whatever. I have some mental challenges. And sometimes I feel exactly like this. I can tell you right now, I currently have, I'm going to say 3 that I can think of right this second. Things that I need to take care of that I just haven't been, and I'm not avoiding them actively every moment of every day. Like sometimes I get busy doing other stuff, but there are some things I need to kind of like take care of, get off my mental plate, and be able to like move forward into this next cycle. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to call myself out. I don't care. It's all for a good cause. And there are days, transparently, where I'm like, I don't even know where to fucking start. Isn't that true? I could find a place to start. I've had a couple of ideas. I could make some progress on it, and I will. I've started making progress on other things. I had a rough winter followed by a very weird spring. And I am starting to get my shit back together. And it feels good. It feels good because my pile was really overwhelming. Now I do still have these few things that I need to take care of, but overall, trending in a good direction. And that's what Spirit says, like, that's where you are. It's like you've checked off a lot of things. Like maybe there's a few big things you still need to take care of because those feel kind of overwhelming, but you've ticked off a lot of the small things, and so your pile relatively is a lot smaller than you feel like it is, and way smaller than it actually was. So even though it feels heavy, like this card says Sunday Scaries, they're like, even though it feels heavy, actually, like, you have all of this good stuff happening for you. You just have to kind of like fight through this bit. All right, let's see what else I want you to know. No. You really want that one? You can have it. You can give it to me. Yeah, exactly. So really important to, oh yeah, perfect. So, 8 of Thoughts, which is 8 of Swords. What does this say? Lockdown. So 8 of Swords is about being in a mental prison. It's like a mental prison of our own making. However, we're not actually stuck there. This one might actually be worthwhile. We also got the Hermit off the grid, which is interesting. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. So that's forward progress. Ooh, 8, 9, 9. Interesting. Because you also have 9 of Swords here. When you have progressive numbers, that means that things are moving forward, that the energy is moving forward and it's not stagnant. So that's helpful to know. Like even if it even if it feels like it's crawling, sometimes it is actually moving forward. The Hermit is all about being in a time of like isolation, of introspection, of transformation. I know. I have absolutely been in a hermit phase. I know quite a few of us have been in this energy, either self-imposed or feeling like the universe imposed some isolation on us over the summer. It was a solitary summer for I feel like a lot of people. Hang on, I really feel like I want to. Okay. I really want to show the traditional depiction of this card of 8 of Swords. I love these moments. I love that these moments are on camera because you can't make it up. It's literally right there. The card is right there. It's right fucking there. Okay. I love this for us. Hang on, I need 2 hands to do this apparently. Okay. 8 of Swords. You see how, I'm sorry about the glare, it's the mood lighting. Do you see how she is tied up? There we go. Okay, she is tied up. and she is blindfolded, but she's not actually trapped. There's no swords in her way. Like, she could just walk forward and not be trapped. Now, you see how she's standing in a pile of water? A pile of water. Why not a pile? A puddle of water? Water represents our intuition, right? Cups, water, intuition. So if she follows her intuition and trusts her own inner guidance, it does not matter what is going on around her. She can trust her intuition to get her out of this mess, for lack of a better word. Out of this situation, out of whatever's going on right now. So, you can also trust your own inner guidance, but you have to quiet the mental chatter. That's what Eight of Swords is about. It's like quieting the mental chatter, connecting to our own inner wisdom, and being able to listen to that to get ourselves out of wherever we are right now. All right, what else do you need to know right now? Aw, so cute. All right, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, I love this. So, they said Three of Cups, which generally is a card about like friendship, celebration, and collaboration. However, you'll notice in this deck, couples costume, right? So it's giving very cute couple-y vibes in this deck, which we love. And then they also sent you the 10 of Cups, fam. 10 of Cups is literally the like, my cup runneth over. It's like all of the cups in the traditional tarot. It's like a rainbow filled with 10 cups, and the cups are like overflowing with all the good things. But I love specifically that they're affirming for you that the relationship that you're looking for, that the family unit that you're wanting to build, even if you just start with pets, like that this is here for you. It is right there. It is within your grasp. And so they're just affirming for you that like, yes, you can have this, you will have this. And then capping it off with the 6 of Wands, 6 of Vibes in this deck, which says squad goals. But 6 of Wands is the victory card. This is the everything works out great or even greater than how you hoped card. So that is so positive. I love that. Let's see what else we got. I feel like I want to pull some oracle cards here. But that was so sweet. I love how that started off as a gentle, not so gentle, like, hey, focus on you because you're awesome, and you focusing on you feeling awesome actually is the secret sauce for calling in the relationship and the family that you want. Yeah, I do love that. I also kind of enjoyed the little tangent in the middle there about that as well. Okay, let's see, what else? Okay, feel like let's do that. This is the Witching Hour Oracle. Let's see. What else? What else do our friends need to hear that are watching us? I don't know why I felt called to pull 3. I'm just kind of like checking. Usually they have me pull 1, but 3 it is. They won't tell me why. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, this one represents this and this one represents this, but they're like, no, they're just all relevant. So let's see what they have to say. All right, so the first one is the blood trail. Magnificence. Also, the numbers on these might be relevant for you. So 43, so either 43 could be relevant or April 3rd might be relevant. Okay, the blood trail. Keywords: magnificence, lineage, connecting to something greater. Each of these has a tarot companion, and the tarot companion to this card is the 6 of Wands, which is the last card we just finished with in the millennial. I love that. Okay. Well, great. Close your eyes and imagine how many people and generations had to occur for you to be alive today. Your ancestral lineage goes back for thousands of years, all the way back to the first woman and man. Wait, hang on. And within all those generations were every kind of person you can imagine. Business owners, teachers, rebels, revolutionaries, inventors, healers, heroes, hunters, gatherers, maybe even royalty, all coming together, sharing their blood to form one magnificent being. You. You are connected to something greater than yourself, and you have the strength, the wisdom, and the glory of all your ancestors backing you up. Ooh, just got all the bumps. Do not doubt how powerful your existence is. Through the blood trail, you have the DNA of any kind of person you wish to be. It doesn't matter how far removed your ancestors are. They have offered their greatness to you through your familial ties and will support you in your efforts to achieve all your dreams. If you have felt lost or confused, insecure or vulnerable, reach out to your ancestors and ask them to share their collective power with you. When you are troubled, give your worries to them and ask them to clear your path. And when you are experiencing joy, rejoice with them and thank them for the strengths and the talents they have offered to you through the blood flowing through your veins. Pulling this card serves as a hello from your ancestors and as an invitation to commune with them more often. If you don't already have one, consider building an altar in their honor and spend time at this sacred space in the coming weeks. Notice how you experience more clarity and direction as you spend more time with your ancestors. I love that. Well, that's very sweet as a message. I love the synchronicity of it being the companion to the 6 of Wands. Also, an ancestor altar was one of the first parts of my practice that I really did. I don't know if that's the right phrasing, but setting up an ancestor altar was like one of the first parts of me connecting to like my witchcraft practice. And I enjoy tending to it. I'll bring them food sometimes, just a little bit, bring them some coffee. It's great if you can be specific to what your ancestors loved. Like, you know, I had a couple that were like really loved coffee, so I'll share my coffee with them. I also have, they call it Joss money or hell money. It's like paper money you can, like burn as an offering for them. And so, I mean, I'm trying to think if I ever do work without doing it first. I don't think I do. So I'll say consistently, if not always, anytime I am doing any kind of magical work or asking any of my spirit guides for help, I won't always offer up an offering first and burn some ancestor money. It's really reasonable. It's like $8 for like a big pack. And I do a few. But anyways, I don't know why they're having me share that. I guess it says a couple of you, your ancestors would really enjoy it if you would make an effort to connect with them more specifically. And if you don't identify as a witch, or if you don't feel comfortable having an altar space, or you just don't want one, that's totally fine. It can just be as simple as, you know, if you have their photos up, acknowledging them, say hi. My grandfather is right here. My pop, Tiny, Marty Mo. His name was Pop-Up Mo to me. Everybody else knew him as Marty, but he was almost 6'8", so everybody called him Tiny. But he's right here, and I just say hi to him all the time. My dad, I picture my dad in the corner. It can be as simple as just speaking to them more often, acknowledging them more often. Sorry about the glare. Anyways, let's move on. Please talk to your dead folks and tell them that you love them some more. They're around. They really like it. Okay, number 13, the initiation, a sacred test. All right. Okay. Keywords. A sacred test, a worthy gamble, being prepared to risk it all. And the Tarot Companion is 9 of Wands. I think you had 9 of Swords, but 9 of Wands is similar-ish energy, but we'll just go on. Initiations have been used for thousands of years. They represent your willingness to be prepared to risk everything to obtain greatness, and they also challenge you to see if you're ready to embrace the path before you. They aren't meant to be easy or fun. They're a test of your character, determination, and courage, and of your ability to face and overcome unexpected challenges. You may throw your hat in the ring and fall despite how hard you've trained or prepared, but that is the gamble required. You are not guaranteed to win, but you are guaranteed to lose if you don't try. You are in a period of initiation, or will be soon. The universe is challenging you to see how well you can handle your circumstances. Like finals in school or an entrance exam, you must prove you are ready to embrace the bigger challenges that come with bigger goals. Your situation requires you to be calm, confident, logical, strategic, Queen of Swords, and to stand your ground in the face of adversity. Queen of Swords. That is Queen of Swords energy. The more positive side of this card is that initiation means the end of one journey and the beginning of a new one. Many of your current obstacles are coming to an end, and therefore this is also a card of hope and good things to come. The Stars. I just really, really appreciate when they reinforce the messages. Okay, and then lastly, we have 31. So you had 13 and 31. This one says invocations, the power of words. Okay, keywords, the power of words, kindness, matters, and criticism. Tarot Companion is the Page of Swords. Invocations and song have been used for centuries in spells and ritual workings. Our ancestors knew the power of words and that they could be used to bring about joyous results. Chants invoke lightheartedness, make a hard day's work just a little easier, restore faith in times of sorrow, and connect entire communities. But words can also be used in harmful ways. Words can curse, bind, and direct negative energy to others. Your thoughts and words have a vibration just like everything else in the universe. What did I say? Thank you, Spirit. What you say and think matters, both to others and to yourself. Your words have power that can bring about incredible abundance, love, joy, and a beautiful perspective. Self-criticism, however, is hurtful and can keep you trapped in stories and ideas that limit your growth and can even reverse your fortunes in extreme cases. What you say to others can be just as harmful for you as for them. Think back to some moments when you chose meanness over kindness or anger over calm. Do you believe it hurt the other person? Did it feel good for you to say some of the things that you said? Invocations guide you to be mindful of the words that you send out into the universe, whether through speech or through thought. You don't need to police your thoughts or criticize yourself when your words aren't positive, but you can take notice and choose something positive instead. It will take some time, but with practice, you'll learn to choose love-filled communication, and your entire vibration and situation will shift. I love that. All right. Okay, fine. They really want me to pull. They really want me to pull some twin flame cards for you. Like, trying to get around it. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind. I just was checking in. Like, started the whole reading off with like, this is about you and self-empowerment and like, you sure? You're like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Wait. What is that card? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This is just a Twin Flames messages deck. I think it was translated from another language, so it sometimes can be a little the syntax can be a little rough, but it is a really good deck, and it's been really right on. So I do enjoy using it. All right, let's see. Okay, hang on, sorry. Spirit sharing a little, like, what they want me to share with you. Okay, all of the stuff that came through till now, all relevant. And the part especially about you working on feeling good yourself, coming back home to yourself, or coming home to a newer version of yourself that you feel good about, that you feel proud about. You know, you can grow into a new version of yourself that still feels like more you. With that being the focus of the direction that they want you to focus on, your own personal empowerment and feeling better, blah, 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 blah. They also know that sometimes it can be helpful for us to have a little inspiration, motivation, and so they want you to feel encouraged, not discouraged. And so that's why they sent the Two of Cups right away. That's why they're letting you know that, like, yes, this relationship that you are longing for, but like romantically. Exquisite yearning is what I hear. That it is really right there within your grasp. And so yeah, they're like, listen, if you need a little inspiration, motivation to kind of like help you be good to yourself, to help you get through that, whatever this last, couple things are, in order to get you into the vibration where you are aligned with that relationship finally. They're like, that's totally fine. Listen, you need a little motivation, you need a little inspiration. They're like, we got you. That can really help. So anyways, that's why they're like, that's why we're sharing the twin flame messages. We just want you to know, like, we're not stringing you along. All right. That was very interesting. That came through in a very interesting way. All right. What does your future person, your twin flame, what do they want to say to you right now? In the meantime, before you are officially together. Okay. Let me do one more. Okay. Yes, two more. break the glasses out again. The video, thanks to technology, looks like there's pretty good lighting in here, and it's perfect exactly for what I need, because you can see me and I can see everything I need to, but I can't see tiny writing, so hence glasses. Okay, first we have new beginnings. I am ready to start again. I have realized what I was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There is no going back, only forward. When I meet you, after that, I will never look back. I want to have a fresh new start with you. Okay. Opening up. I am getting ready to say what's in my heart, and I know that this is love. It's true, unconditional, and everlasting kind of love. I want you to know that I am trying to open up, but it is so hard for me to put my feelings for you into words. But I know that I do have this, and you need to hear them. So, I don't know, maybe it's interesting. This card said, when I meet you. And this one, so this could be a newer connection, or, this could be somebody you know already, but don't have a romantic context to the relationship right now. Or maybe something started and never really developed and stopped. It feels like a person you know, but it's like a new energy or a new start. It's not rekindling a previous relationship. So I would say this feels much more like maybe you're friendly with somebody and it could turn into something more. I'm not sure. Or they're saying it could be it could just be like a previous life connection that you'll recognize. It's like your souls recognize each other, and that is, sometimes saying this stuff out loud just sounds so cheesy, but is what it is. Sometimes when you meet people, there are these, for lack of a better word, like soul connections. You feel like, oh, we've known each other before. And we kind of like, oh, must have known you in a previous life. Yes. But also there's something about it that feels, it's like the comfort and the emotion feels disproportionate to your experience together, like here in this lifetime. Like, you meet somebody, you hit it off, like instant best friends, even though we don't really have any time hanging out together. But after a while, like the time and the experiences develop, and then they help you to recognize like why you felt that way immediately. So, sorry, it was really slow how that was coming through. It's like there's something in it about like our souls already know that we've met. And so they are really excited to see each other when we first run into each other, but maybe we're like, do I know you? Okay. That was a weird sidebar. Okay, next one says divine guidance. I am amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. The divine is working behind the scenes for us. When you look back at our journey, you will see it too. Okay, forgive. I hope you will forgive me for all the things that I have done and the pain which I have caused to you. But believe me, my love, that was not my intention. I know that I have hurt you pretty badly with my words and actions, but I really am truly sorry, my love. I expected a sidebar on that one. They're like, nope, just keep going. I don't know why I keep calling them sidebars. Promise. I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things right between us. And we have best self. I want to be my best self for you. I'm working really hard to level up for you and meet you as your equal, your mirror. I know that we will always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. So this is like the energy of the person coming in towards you. romance. And what spirit wants you to know from your person right now. It just felt like there was one more. Like, feels like there's something more, but like not enough to like reach for another deck. This one says, I love you. My love for you is infinite. We are bonded in eternal love that is beyond space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart can never compare with anything. Remember, my love, always that I love you. Oh, well, that is sweet. All right, that feels like a good place to leave that. Well, this was a fun and interesting ride. Little empowerment message, a little hopeful love message. So that's nice. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my books currently are open for this month, which is September. Although the reading is timeless, so if you find this reading another time and it resonates, it could still be for you. If you're interested in booking with me, you can do that only through my website, which is sealedinthestars.com. I will not DM you asking to sell you a reading. I do not do that. I don't ask people for money. So yeah, if you want to work with me, that's the only way to do it. And if you have any questions, you can message me. I'd be happy to answer them before you book. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.